So you might be wondering why I've got paintbrushes here and some jewellery moulds. Well, one of my friends who's an artist using paint, oils and acrylics and some water actually. It's her birthday coming up very soon and I want to make her something that's a little bit different and bespoke that represents her. And she loves painting, it's her life. So I want to make some jewellery pieces that represent her and have got paintbrushes in them. But obviously I don't want the paintbrushes just to look like normal paintbrushes. I want them to look like they've got paint on them. So what I'm going to be trying is some UV resin on the paintbrushes first to ensure that it looks like paint. I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know if it's going to work. But also, I want to cut these paintbrushes down so that they are fitting in the moulds. So I'm going to mark these up the length I want them. Now, I'm making quite a few because I don't know if all of them are going to come out. And if they do, then I will let her have all of them. So you can either cut these with some nippers or, as I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Dremel. So a Dremel should cut these really quite easily. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the actual stick of the brush and pop that in there as well so it looks like a proper brush. Well, I've got all my little brushes now cut and all my little wooden bits cut. I want to make sure that they are, yeah, the bits are in there really tightly on that one. Now that one is going to pop out. So what I'm going to do for that one is mix up a little bit of 5-minute epoxy and fill that gap in. For one, it will keep that wooden end in, and for two, it will prevent, it's so cold in my resin studio today that all my resins have gone really, really thick. I will show you a way of being able to overcome that a little bit later. Look how thick this resin is now. That's the trouble when winter gets here. I don't know if you have the same problems. And this will dry within 5 minutes. All I got to do is fill that up with it. Pop that end in. Any that squeezes out, I can just remove. Now, not only will that stay in there, but also it will... Oh, well, it would stay in there if I hadn't have done that to it. I was trying to straighten it. Not only will that stay in there, it will also prevent any bubbles being trapped inside that hollow bit. Yeah, I'm going to put a bit on there as well. And there. That one was fine. And that one's fine as well. So we'll leave those to dry for 5 minutes, and then we can come back and start prepping them. Now for this, I'm going to be using a 4-hour demold. Look at that, how thick that has gone in there because it's so cold. And I want it to be a lot thinner than that. And a little bit later on today, I'm also going to be using the Tea Expert Crystal Clear, which is this one. And again, that is really gone quite thick. Started to crystallize across the top here a little bit, which is not great, because it's so chilly in here today. So what I've got is, I've got this, and this is new on the market. It's by Resiners, and it's to warm your resin up with. Now, my bottles are all quite large. If they were no higher than this, it would be fine, and then I could put the lid on. But because I want to do my day's resin today, these ones are a bit taller because I buy large bottles, so my lid doesn't fit fully on there. But that actually doesn't matter. So all I need to do is turn it on and pop some distilled water. I've got to be honest, I'm not using distilled water. I'm using tap water. Don't have distilled water. And I'm going to pop it in, at the moment, up to 600 ml. Now, you might be thinking, well, this is just a baby's bottle warmer. And that's what I thought. So I thought, well, I'm not going to pay out a lot of money for something that is just a baby's bottle warmer. So I had a look round, and it isn't. It is actually a lot more than a bottle warmer. And the other thing is, it's cheaper than bottle warmers as well. Baby bottle warmers are quite expensive. And I looked at lots, and this is by far cheaper than the majority of them out there. So I'm going to turn it on like that. I'm going to hit the timer. I want this on for most of the day. Well, not most of the day. I want this on for about 45 minutes. And then I don't want it at 70 degrees centigrade at all. That is far too high for what I'm doing here. So I want that at 37. Okay, and it will tell you what the temperature is at the moment and how long it's running for. I'm also going to add a bit more water in that. And there is a line. So I've got it up to the 800 ml line now. I'm going to put the top over the top. Yeah, 45 minutes is fine. 37 is fine. I don't want it too warm because then it could cause it to flash cure. But if you want it to cure up really quickly, then you can warm it up even more. I just want that to be my average temperature, is what I would have it if I was warming it up anyway. And now I'm going to put that to one side and let that warm up my bottles. And they'll be warm. them for the rest of the day. And what I'm going to do for these is, I know which ones I'm going to have these in. That one is going in there, and these ones, these smaller ones, are going to go in these molds. I do think this is going to be a godsend throughout the winter, because I used to prop bottles on radiators, I used to put it in front of fans, I used to do hot water baths, and then the temperature would drop down and I'd have to keep doing them. So I think this is going to be a godsend throughout the winter, and I'll keep you posted on it. I'll link in the description below along with my discount code as well, which I think is 15%. It's already up to 23, so it's warming up nice and quickly. But these are all nice and dry now, so what I'm going to do is pour my UV resin over them, try and get it to look as if it's paint on there. I'm working on the silicone mat because I think that's quite important. Now I can lift that up so it's not drying on the edge of the silicone mat, and now cure that up. So that's now cured, and I can make a decision which side of the brush I like the best. I quite like that side. I think that's looking good. I want to put a bit more on this, so I'm going to put a bit there and a bit kind of running down as well. Yeah, happy with that. And now I'm going to cure that up, and now I can do my next one. So I've done white. I think this one I'm going to do in black. Right, and now I've got that drip going on. I want to put that under there and get that cured up as quickly as I can, because I want to keep that nice drip there. And now I'm going to finish off the others, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Well, I've finished these now, and they look, I think, really good. They've come out so well. So this stage is looking positive. Now what I need to do is mix up my resin, and as I said, I'm going to be using the 4-hour demold. So let's take that out. Always, whenever you've done a water bath or you're using something like this, always dry your bottles first. Look how much liquidier that is. That is make a massive difference. Using resin during the winter now is going to be much more of a pleasure. So I'm going to mix my resin up, and then I'll show you how I'm going to pour it. So I've got that all mixed up now, and what I'm going to do is pop my resin in my degasser and pop that on for 5 minutes to get the bubbles out of that, because I want the least amount of bubbles in it as I can possibly have. So I've got that degassed now. All I'm going to do is pour my resin in a little bit to start with, and then I can place my brush in where I want it, and then any trapped bubbles I've got behind it, hopefully I can release by just adjusting it slightly, and then I can top this right up. Now those brushes are probably going to release a few bubbles, but I'm not bothered about that at this stage, because I can burst those off with a long neck lighter. See, look, there's a few coming out here. And then for the same for these ones as well. Pour a little bit in, and then pop my brushes in there like that. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month. Honestly, the coffees make such a big difference to keeping this channel growing, and also to allow me to do all these different types of things that I do on this channel. If you buy me a coffee, you get your name on my coffee board. They really are appreciated, so thank you. So I'm topping these up now. I'll leave them 5 minutes, and then I'll go over with a long neck lighter and burn off any of the bubbles that have come up. I did put a tiny bit of tint in these, but I forgot to show that. So it's got a slight colour to it. Now we leave those to cure up. Well, these have cured up lovely. I put a little bit of tint in them. It's not kind of showing so much in these ones as it is in these. What I now want to do is put a backing, a glycerin backing on these. So I thought I would use the chameleon powders, not the chameleon flakes. I just want a little bit of a glisten on them. So for instance, on this one, I'm going to use a little bit of blue. I could put some gilding glue on this first so that it stuck completely, but I don't want to do that. I want it to be just glistening. So by popping it straight on the resin like that, it is going to have that glisten rather than be really solid. And I can bring that a little bit more off or put a little bit more on as I wish. So I'm going to do some different colours. Might do red for this one. So you get the gist of what I'm doing now. I'm going to finish those off, and then I'll show you how I'm going to seal it. All I'm going to use to seal these is a bit of UV resin. pop that on there, work my way around. Now, if I go over the actual hole, that is not a problem. I will just drill that through using my Dremel. So I'll go over, I'll dome all those, or do them like that, and then I'll show you what I do next. Got those covered. I'm going to cure them up for 3 minutes. Now, here's a tip for you when you're using your UV lamp. If you're having problems curing things, and it's kind of not curing evenly, or it's leaving it very sticky. Now, I've got a lot of videos on tips and tricks for using UV resin. I'll link one at the end of here as well. But it might be, first thing to check is your lamp is either fully charged, because if it isn't, then it'll have a weaker amount of UV light coming from it, or it's got new batteries in it. Change them over. Alternatively, it could be that your UV lamp is gone past its expiry date, because UV lamps and UV light don't last forever. They do reduce in strength over time. So just check those things out, and then that should help. So we'll cure these for 3 minutes, and I'll then get on and do these ones, and then we can have a look at what they look like. So they're all lovely and cured now, and we can take those out. I'm loving the background. I just think it gives it that more rustic feel and a bit of a shimmer. Well, I think that one has come out very well. So I'm going to demold these, and then I'll quickly show you how easy it is to use your Dremel on them. So how I'm going to do this is, I find it's easier if you put your drill bit in first before you turn it on, then turn your Dremel on. Because that way you're not skipping all over the surface, and it will drill through there really easily. And that way you get a nice neat hole both sides, and you don't get a scratched surface. I then go over them with a baby wipe, get rid of all the dust. And now they're ready to be put up. Take my gloves off, because I don't need those on anymore. And my favourite one is, without a doubt, that one. I think that has come out the best. So I'm going to make that one up into a piece of jewellery, and I'll show you what it looks like finished. Let's all finish that one now. My friend, I know, is absolutely going to love this. Without a doubt, that is my favourite one. Quite like that one as well, but I think that's a bit too big. But this one has come out really, really well. I know she's going to love this. And it's unique and different as well. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed trying this out and making these. Check out the video I've got coming up next. I think you'll really love that one, especially if you want to learn more about the fun things you can do with resin. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.